Hi, you guys. Happy Monday. Welcome to our Dreamers in Action team call. Please bear with me tonight. I'm so sorry. I hope that my sound is okay and that it's not too distracting or windy, but my daughter had a work meeting 30 minutes from our house tonight, and so my only option was to find some Wi-Fi and a place to sit so I could get on with you guys. So this is real life, obviously, and so I appreciate you bearing with me. I'm going to get started with a few announcements. So real quick, how many of you have tried BS so far? Anyone? I absolutely love it. Like, I used to be a Diet Rockstar junkie years ago before Isagenix. And so now having something that's so clean and gives me that boost is like so needed, and I'm so excited about it. If you haven't gotten it yet, or your team hasn't gotten it yet, just know that you have the promo that's going on right now through Isagenix is either free shipping or $20 off if you already have ISA delivery, which waives your shipping. If you place an order by the 27th of at least 135 BV, and it includes at least one 12-pack of the BS. So definitely go get yourself that deal if you haven't already, and tell your team about it. And then the other thing I wanted to mention is Isagenix is doing a Wellness Wednesday that they're starting. It's at the corporate office if any of you are in Arizona, but for those of us that aren't, they're going to live stream it. So it's going to be Wednesday at 6:30 Pacific Standard Time, and it's going to be on isagenixlive.com. So Kathy Coover and Dr. Joshua Plant are going to be hosting it, so it's going to be really great. So, you know, for those of us that have people that are asking about Isagenix, oh, I'm so sorry that it's so windy. I hope it's not so loud for you guys. Get them on these calls, because there's no two better people that are going to explain Isagenix as well as they do. It's not going to be recorded, but it is 6:30 to 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So we are going to get started, and I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Give me a second. Okay. Can you guys see this so far? Yes? Okay, cool. All right, so tonight we're going to talk about a couple things. Tools and how to utilize the tools is going to be one of them. We're also going to chat about events and getting to events and what they mean. So I'm going to start kind of with where I think is the most important to start, and how most people come into Isagenix is for the product. So I just want to show you guys some of the resources that we have, because I know so many people don't know where to start. They have a question, or someone that they are talking to has a question, but they don't know where to direct them. So we have so many tools and resources to use and utilize that pretty much you have everything at your fingertips. So isaproduct.com is the first place that I always send people. Or if I have a question specifically about products, that's where I go. So isaproduct.com has literally every single product listed in the pack form, and then also individual product form. So you can go in, so let's say you have someone that wants to know what ingredients are in the isolene shake. Never windy in California, but today it decides to be windy. Okay, so in the isolene shake, you go down, nutrition and ingredients, and it lists all of the ingredients here, and then you can click on nutritional facts and it'll give you the label. So if you do this on your phone, you can do it on your phone also, screenshot it and quickly be able to send it to someone. I know that there's a few things that aren't necessarily updated because they're brand new, like the tri-release protein doesn't have this nutritional label, but for all of the less new products, these are all available. The other thing that I really like that I can do is there's this search box. It's probably hidden for me right now, but there's a search box over here behind all of your faces. So if someone, let's say, is allergic to like strawberry, and they want to know what products to avoid, you can type strawberry in the search box and all of the products that contain that ingredient will come up. So I had a person that didn't want a certain product that was, or a certain ingredient that was in the accelerator, but I wasn't sure if it was in any of the other products. So I went through, looked it up by search, and it came up with several, and then I was able to tell them. So isoproduct.com is a great resource. And what's nice too is that you can just copy the links and send them directly to people. And so that is the first one. And then I also love our Facebook pages. So if you're not in Dreamers, Cleansers, and Coaches, which I'm sure most of you are, make sure you're in that group, and then make sure that anyone that you enroll, you're putting in that Dreamers, Cleansers, and Coaches group, and that you're introducing them and letting them know that that is a resource for them. So we have so many recipes, so many questions that people ask about cleansing from, the last 6 years since its creation. And so there's so much knowledge in there. And honestly, some people just really like the sense of community and the accountability that the page offers. So making sure that you add your people that are enrolled to that is a great resource. If they're not enrolled and you want to give them more information about Isagenix via Facebook, Dreamers in Action preview page is the other Facebook page that you can add people to that are not yet enrolled. And that has, similar things, so many posts and informative articles just to introduce them to Isagenix. Another resource, how many of you guys have the IsoLife app? Okay, so I know there's something weird going on with the Android version, but if you have an iPhone, and whenever I get people started with our team, I always ask them, do you have an iPhone? And then if they do, I have them download the IsoLife app. So the IsoLife app, most of us we're so attached to our phones. We need something that's readily available at our fingertips, not necessarily in printout version. But what's nice about the IsoLife app is you can order from that app. You can change and add things to your lifestyle rewards. You can track your calories. You can track your macros. You can, if you're sharing with other people, you can create a recommended cart and you can share that with people. And then you can also enroll people that way. So that if you guys aren't using that, definitely download it in the App Store and get that, because it's just like such a lifesaver for people that don't want to log in to Safari from their phone to change all of that. And then if you do log in to a PC, or even if you log in to your back office, hopefully you guys know what your back office is, but when you were enrolled, you were given a username and a password. That's what you can use to log into the IsoLife app, but that's also what you can use to log directly into your back office on a PC or one message. Oh, yeah, Christina, you're right. IsoLife app enrollments take 5 minutes. They are so convenient. Yes, they are. But if you log into your back office, you can go through on the top the contests and promotions. So I know so many people are always asking, like, what kind of contests does Isagenix run? So they're all listed back there. And then also there's so many other resources listed in your back office also. A few that I'm going to talk about are the IsoBody Challenge. Hopefully you're all enrolled in the IsoBody Challenge, but if you're not, it's super easy. I know that for some people it can be pretty daunting because they think that there's so much required, but there really isn't. You can log into your back office and go down to contests and promotions and click on IsoBody Challenge. And here is the path to completion. So you take your before photos. You have to order at least 500 business volume worth of products throughout the challenge period. So when you start, that's your start date, and then you have 16 weeks to complete the challenge. And so you have to purchase that 500 CV within that period of time. And then you upload your after photos and a 200 to 500 word essay. Some of the judging periods have maintenance photos, not all of them. So you just have to pay attention if once you're done with your essay and your after photos, if it tells you to put in your maintenance photos. or like gives you a date, you'll want to note that in your calendar, because the worst thing is missing your maintenance photo date and then not getting the $200 product certificate. That's just the worst. But if you complete all of that, Isagenix is going to give you a $200 product certificate. They're also going to send you an Isabody Challenge t-shirt, which is awesome. And then there's a couple other really cool things that they'll do depending on if you are an honorable mention, which my dad was a couple of years ago. You get free tickets to Isagenix events for life. And then, you know, runner-up, grand prize winner, finalists all get these awesome things. I won't go too into depth, but if you want to look it up, go into your back office and you can just click on flyer for the Isabody Challenge and it'll be there. The other thing that's really cool is our Isagenix Healthy Mind and Body. I know a lot of people started doing this when it first came out, but it's not talked about as much anymore. So I really wanted to just bring attention to it. You enroll in the Isabody Challenge and it sends you things to do. It's like 60 days of mindset coaching and support, 10 to 15 minutes each day. And it's just helpful to break old habits and to create new ones. And so I know a lot of us, when we start Isagenix, we're so excited about it. But for some people, it kind of, that excitement tapers off when we start doing the work and we get into old bad habits. So a Healthy Mind and Body is an amazing resource to use. Sorry, I know that some of you are, oh, there we go. Yes, it is. Rachel did it 3 times. I don't know if you guys can see my chat, but it's hard to share screen and get all the info on here. All right. So the next thing, we'll go to the business aspect of things. There we go. Oh my goodness. Trying to get to it. This thing keeps, there we go. Okay. So Isagenix Business is literally one of my very favorite websites to use, especially for new people just getting started with Isagenix. So they just revamped this website, and so you can send people here based on training. So training by rank. So let's say you have a new person that wants to get started and is just an associate. You can go over and do associate training. And it lists all the steps to help that new person. So for so many of us, when we get someone started, if we're brand new ourselves, we don't know how to explain it. And that's why Isagenix has put this all together so that you don't have to, it takes the work out of it for you, and you can just have the website explain it for you. So it goes through say, share, do, your contact list, all the product introductory bonuses, and then, you know, list how to connect, income producing activities, compensation training, how to host an in-home event. So there's just so many resources here that you guys can, I mean, I like to just spend time when I get people started, just have them go here for 10 to 15 minutes and look through it. You know, there's tools, social media library. So for some people that don't know where to get started with social media, Isagenix has actually created things for you to use. So there's all these, like for the BIA that just came out, here's all the little flyers that they've created. So you guys can literally go in there and it's just a no-brainer social media images. Also with promotion. So if you aren't sure if the shipping promotion has ended or the Crystal Consultant bonus has ended, you can just go to contests and promotions and it'll list it all here. You can click on it and everything's written out with all of the rules and everything. Okay, let's see. The other resource as far as Facebook is our Dreamers in Action, which I'm sure most of you are in because that's where we list these calls. But if you have someone that's brand new that just enrolled that is curious about getting their products paid for, or, you know, beyond that, add them to Dreamers in Action, because there's just so much information in there, and you can just let them be a sponge and soak that up. For anyone that is in ages 18 to 35, the Start Your Life Facebook page and Start Your Life group is key to send people to. So this is the START movement. They list things like transformations, any of the START ambassadors, START 1000, what we do for contribution and community. And then what's really cool is that there is this new feature, which is videos from so many people in our Isagenix community about why they said yes. So, you know, young people ages 18 to 35 that are single moms, have families, college students, just pretty much every type of individual. You can just go in and listen to people's stories. I think it's important because let's say, like for me, I just turned 36. If I meet someone that's fresh out of high school going into college that wants to learn more, they're probably not going to resonate with my story. So if I can go into Start Your Life and find someone who has a similar story to them, send that story to them, and then they get to see, spoken from someone that they relate to, why Isagenix is so amazing. So I love the Start Facebook page. And then there's two other Facebook pages, or I'm sorry, the Start Your Life website, but there is a Start Facebook page that's great to add people to that are enrolled that are ages 18 to 35. But then the other two Facebook groups that I'm always looking in to get new information are Isagenix Business Facebook page and Isagenix Health and Wellness Facebook page. So if you are not in those two groups, definitely look them up, request to be added. It might take a few days, but Isagenix Business Corporate's always posting really great information. Any updates that are key to our business, they're always posting in there. And you get to see posts from leaders from other teams that are giving valuable information about things that they're learning, things that they're doing that are working. So I definitely suggest getting in there. And then honestly, if all else fails, just Google. I swear every single time someone has a question and I look up and I just can't find it, like in one of the Facebook pages, I just Google Isagenix and like whatever it is that they're asking me, and 9 times out of 10, it comes up in the first 5. So if it all else fails, just Google pretty much has the answer, as long as it's like the most updated and it's coming directly from Isagenix and not like a separate website. But Google is great. I really want to see you guys, and I can't see everyone when I'm sharing my screen, but okay. So the last thing I want to chat about with you guys is events. I'm going to go through this and then I'll stop sharing my screen so that I can see everyone, because it's hard to only see a few of the black screens right now. So events are key and they're one of my favorite things. If you guys know anything about the color personalities, I'm a yellow, which means I love fun and community and excitement. And so for me, events were where I first really got a sense of the culture and the community of Isagenix. It's where I built belief, not only with this company, but also in network marketing, within myself. Like Isagenix really targets so many different areas of the belief, and there's just something for everyone. And I always say, you know, especially for people that are doing this in the pockets of their time, you can spend an hour listening to a podcast or an hour learning like on this call, but it's not nearly the same as getting to an event. So I just wanted to show you guys where you can find out about the events, where they're located, what the dates are. You go to isagenixevents.com, everything's listed here. So even associate run events, there's so many local events all throughout like globally, that you can get yourself to. It doesn't have to be a corporate event, but the associate run events are here. And then all of the other events are listed here. So the one that's coming up the fastest is New Year's Kickoff. It's in Phoenix, and it's in 90 days, you guys. And I will tell you that my first event was not New Year's Kickoff. It was an ICU, but New Year's Kickoff is one of my favorite events. They always come out with new products or new promotions, and it's just, you know, you get the first like rights to some of the products that are in the store. It's just absolutely incredible. I can't say enough good things about it. But if you don't have your ticket yet, just go to register now and get one. It'll be sitting in your back office for you, and then you can work out the details of getting to the event later. But to get all those details, you basically just go up here. It tells you the agenda, who's training, the venue, where to get a hotel. All that information is right here. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen here. So who has their ticket to New Year's Kickoff? All right, about half of us. Okay. So I just can't encourage you guys enough to go grab your tickets if you don't have them already. Isagenix gives us, they put so much effort and energy into these events. It's crazy. Like if you've never been to an event, once you get there, you're always so blown away by how much attention to detail they provide and just how they're always putting us as their associates first. It's just, they are just the absolute best. Does anyone have, I'm going to put someone on the spot. Does anyone have like a first event story that they want to tell? Rachel? Okay, go ahead and unmute.
Yeah, because I'll never forget it. You know the Cupid Shuffle? You know the song? Yeah. So we went and we took a big like group aerobics class, and we show up at like 6 a.m. in this big gymnasium, 100 people taking a group exercise class, and as a fitness instructor, I thought that was cool in and of itself. And then Cupid comes out and he leads us in the Cupid Shuffle. After I had had my first e-shot ever, I feel like I was probably on crack. It was awesome. And I haven't missed an event since. But besides,
obviously you've been to so many, so.
Yeah, besides for that, honestly, I mean, fun. But the people were just absolutely amazing. I met the most down-to-earth, genuine, authentic people ever in my life. And it just was a positive environment that I had never experienced. So go.
Does anyone else have one to share? Everyone's being shy. All right, well, I won't force you guys. But okay, I'm going to recap for you. And thank you for bearing with me again out here with the wind. I hope it's not so bad. I obviously can't hear it. But I just want to tell you guys, because I'm just going to always real and transparent, there was a lady standing right behind my computer for like the first 20 minutes of me talking to you guys, just staring at me. And I didn't want to break my concentration and ask her what was going on, but if I had this really strange look on my face, that was why, because she's literally standing a foot away, just staring at me the entire time. So real life, you guys, real life. Okay, so just to recap, tools, isoproduct.com. Definitely send your people, yeah, super awkward. Like as if this isn't like more difficult enough, but then you're gonna stand there and stare at me. Okay, isoproduct.com. Facebook pages for cleansers or product users is going to be the Dreamers, Cleansers, and Coaches. I don't know that I would want to enroll her. She's a little interesting. Okay, the preview page for prospects. Definitely download the IsoLife app and get your people to download the IsoLife app. I can't tell you guys enough how important it is. Yes, you always, this is what I got distracted. I did want to say this before, but it's so important to make people take responsibility for themselves and not always handhold. Yes, you want to lead people, especially that are newer in this process, whether they are just here for the products or whether they possibly want to get their products paid for or make a side income, make a full-time income. You want to teach them how to do things and make them be accountable for themselves. And that's why the tools are here, because you can't be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for people. you need to be able to tell them, which is something that was actually really difficult for me to do, because I tend to be one of those people that's like, oh, I'll just do it myself, or I'll just give you the information instead of telling you where to find it. But if you can teach people where to find things, that's duplicable. Then they'll be able to do that for their people. And that's where you'll find that duplication, is when you can teach someone instead of just always like leading them to the right place, instead of always just giving them the exact info. Your back office, it's a great resource for, you know, all of the resources, all of the promotions, all the Isabody challenge, and obviously ordering and figuring out your lifestyle rewards. Isabody challenge, if you're not in it, get in it. People are so much more accountable. Get your people in it. They're so much more accountable when they have some accountability. And you can see too, if you go into your back office, you're able to see your downline members that are enrolled in the Isabody challenge. So I've had contests before with people on my team where I say, you know, enroll in the Isabody challenge by this date. Everyone's going to go into a raffle, and I'm going to draw for like a $10 Starbucks card. And it's just a good incentive to get your team enrolled. You're going to have more retention that way, and it's good for them for the accountability. And then healthy mind and body, especially if you have someone that's really struggling with their mindset and with their habits, that's such an amazing tool. I forget how much it is to get started, but once they complete it, Isagenix gives them a product coupon that actually is, I think, $10 more than the initial. I think it's $40 to enroll in the Healthy Mind and Body, and then Isagenix of $39. And then Isagenix gives them, thanks Grace, the $45 coupon. You should know you've done it 3 times, so thank you. So getting your people into that is key. And then for the business, isagenixbusiness.com is the best resource to get people started in. And then our Facebook pages, Dreamers in Action, and then the ones directly through Isagenix, Isagenix Business, and Isagenix Health and Wellness page, the Start group, and if all else fails, Google. So that is all I have for you tonight. I really appreciate you hopping on with me and dealing with all this noise in the background. But thanks, and have a great Monday.
Bye, thank you.
Bye, guys. Thanks.
Bye, thanks.